Good afternoon, John. It's nice to see you again.
Good to see you too.
So today we're going to be talking about the assessments that you did. Last time I spoke with you told me that John Jr. was having a hard time with putting away his cell phone. His cell phone occupied a lot of his time, and it was becoming a problem with him doing chores and paying attention in class. Is this still a current problem?
Oh yes.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about our initial interview, the questionnaires that you did, the monitoring forms that you did, and the observation that I did with you and John Jr.
Okay.
So for the initial interview, as I said earlier, you told me that John Jr. Was basically obsessed with his cell phone, that you couldn't get him to do his chores because he wouldn't put the phone down. In class, the teachers were calling because he was texting and playing on Facebook instead of doing homework. But in the questionnaire, you reported although, the cell phone was an issue, overall y'all still had a good relationship. You felt as though y'all could still talk to each other and y'all felt like y'all had a good relationship. So do you agree with those statements that I said about the initial interview in the questionnaire?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And then tell me about the monitoring form you did.
Well, on the monitoring form, I noticed that it is really bad during the day.
Okay.
I get phone calls at work, and then I'll record all the times that I'll hear about this phone. And when he comes home during around 4 to 6, he's just constantly on his phone when I'm trying to tell him to do his chores. So that's really when I noticed in the time sample that he's just always on his phone. And it's better later at night, and then when we do stuff on weekends. But it's just those kids at school, I guess.
Right. So how did you feel about doing the monitoring form?
It definitely helped me realize what time he's doing this. So it showed me that it's definitely him and his friends constantly communicating with each other, which I don't have a problem with as long as he gets his stuff done.
Right. Now, during the direct observation, when I had you guys play the Monopoly game, I know y'all was having a really good time and y'all was having fun, but he got a notification with someone messaging him on Facebook, and then from there it went downhill. He wasn't really engaged in the game, and he kept trying to reply to the Facebook messages. Would you agree with that?
Oh
Do you
yeah,
think that's what happened?
That was definitely annoying, and I wish he would have stopped and just spent some time with me. But you know how kids are these days, and it's just yeah, it's been tough.
So overall, from the assessments, it does seem like John Jr. really has a hard time with separating himself from the cell phone enough to carry on daily activities. And although it is a problem, especially with the school calling you, it's not uncommon for a lot of teenagers to want to be attached to their cell phones like that. I do believe that if you follow the tools that we're going to teach you through the triple pre process, that you should be able to see some improvement with him in this situation. How do you feel about that?
I feel great.
Cool. What I think went well is I followed all the steps. What I would like to improve on is just feeling more natural and getting used to the steps. It feels so foreign doing this.
Yeah. What do you think you did well though?
I think I did well with following the steps.
Okay.
Better than I thought I was going to do.
Okay.
So. Okay, John. So today we have been practicing the
start routine.
The start routine, and right now I want us to just practice it together. You know, we have discussed it. Now I want us to practice. So we're going to pretend or imagine that John Jr. just came home from school. It's time for him to do his homework. He's playing on his cell phone and you want him to stop.
Okay.
So we're going to do two different scenarios, a short one and a long one.
Okay.
The short one is you ask him to put away the cell phone, he puts it away, and you praise him.
Okay.
The long side is you ask him to put away the cell phone, he doesn't, you prompt him again, and then you use a logical consequence, which would be quiet time or timeout. So first I'm going to role model what that looks like.
Okay.
And then I'm going to self-evaluate how well I did and what I could do better. And then I'm going to give you the opportunity to do it.
Okay.
So right now I'm going to pretend I'm you, and you're going to pretend you're your son.
Okay.
How does that sound?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So you just came home from school and you have your cell phone.
Okay.
John Jr., please put the cell phone away for dinner.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being obedient. I really like that. And I'm scared. What I did think I did well was staying calm and giving the direction clearly. What I did forget to mention is you're supposed to wait 5 seconds in between just to give them a chance to react.
Okay.
In that skit, there was a 5-second pause, even though I didn't mention it to you prior. But that is important to remember. Just give me 5 seconds to respond.
Gotcha.
So at this time, what I can improve on, just staying positive.
Right.
You know, by thinking about my old guy, this is going to be an issue. Just really being positive.
Yep.
So at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to practice this. You're going to do just what I did. You're going to prompt me to put the cell phone away.
Okay.
And then you're going to self-reflect.
All right.
Okay?
Awesome.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
John Jr., it's time to start getting ready for dinner. Please put your phone away and come to have dinner.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
And role play.
Okay. What I think I did well is I remain calm, even though I can be irritated that I have to tell him to put his phone away and come to dinner. What I could do better is probably give more descriptive praise, saying thank you for putting your phone away and coming to have dinner and stuff like that, make him feel better about it. Also, I don't think I waited the 5 seconds either, maybe wait a little longer, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how did you feel about doing the skit all together?
It felt good to use a calm way to speak to him. I feel that could work, and that is the best case scenario.
Okay. Well, now I'm going to model the long side for you, and it's very similar to the first one we did. The only thing is we're going to model what it should look like if he doesn't cooperate with you. Same thing, just waiting 5 seconds in between prompting.
Okay.
But if he does not do what you're asking him to do after 2 prompts, you're going to send him to time out, quiet time, whichever one is more logical for the situation.
Okay.
So let's begin a role play. John Jr., it's dinner time. Please put your cell phone away so we can eat dinner. John Jr., I'm asking you again, please put your cell phone away. It's time for dinner.
Leave me alone.
Okay, you have to go into quiet time now because you're being disobedient.
Fine.
In role play. What I did well was following the steps and remaining calm. What I could improve on is the second prompt. I really didn't give it a 5-second chance to react before sending you to quiet time.
Okay.
Now we're going to switch roles. I'm going to be John Jr. You're going to be the parent, and I want you to model what this will look like. Give yourself a chance to practice it, and also self-reflect when you're finished 2 things or that you did well and something you can improve on. Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
John Jr., it's time to put the phone away. It's time to have dinner.
Now.
John Jr., it's time to put the phone away. I have dinner ready. Let's go have dinner.
No.
John Jr., because you're not listening right now, I want you to go to quiet time without your phone, and we're going to try this again in about 5 minutes.
Okay. And role play. How did that feel?
Whew. I was very angry. Very angry because I know what that's like. That's usually what happens. And usually I would yell, take his phone, and just yell and make him come to the table. But it felt good to remain calm because I didn't use as much energy. But yeah, it felt better. It felt better.
So what's something you think you did good?
Something I think I did good was I kept calm. I kept calm and I followed the steps. I waited the 5 seconds. That's what I feel I did well. What I could do better is probably be more positive, because I definitely didn't look so positive when I was giving him the instructions, and then
Okay, so what's another time or situation you think you can use this?
I can definitely use it when whether for dinner, homework, or his chores, anything like that.
Okay, cool. I think I did good with following the steps again, but again, it just feels so unnatural. I just
Yeah.
want to get used to doing this and not feeling like
Right.
all eyes on me. I'm in a fishbowl and feeling awkward.
Yeah, I hear you.
So, today, John, we're just going to review the goals and talk about things that's going good and some things that you would like to work on. So what I would like for you to do right now is just self-evaluate, and can you tell me 2 things that's going well, that you're doing well, and 2 things that you would like to do differently?
Well, in the practice session that we did, I think I did well with staying calm with John Jr. and staying positive with John Jr. when I was telling him to put his phone away and start getting ready for dinner.
So could you be a little more specific? Tell me what you mean by you stay calm.
So
What did that look like?
So usually I would start yelling and I would get very angry with John. And this time I was very calm, spoke with a pleasant voice, and told him very politely and nicely, John Jr., it's time for dinner. You can talk to your friends after dinner, and please come on. And even when he was a little hesitant at first, I stayed positive.
Okay, so one thing that you feel as though you did good, which I agree with, is talking to him in a calm voice and not getting overly excited or angry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, can you identify something else that went well?
Definitely me giving praise when he was finally at the dinner table. Letting him know that he did a good job.
So what did that sound like? Can you give me an example of what you said to him?
I was saying, John Jr., you did a great job putting your phone away, coming to dinner, and I'm very proud of you.
Okay, so you use descriptive praise.
Absolutely.
Okay, can you identify 2 things that you could have done differently during the practice session?
Yeah. What I could have done differently is I could have gave him time when he was hesitant.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of on top of him. I probably should have given him some time, like we practiced before. But I just stayed on top of him.
Okay, so are you saying that giving him some more time is something that you could have did alternatively compared to what you did do?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
Just giving him more time would definitely help him get himself together, get his mind around the fact that he has to come to dinner and put his phone away. So that probably would help. Another thing I would do differently is I would praise him way before he gets to the table. So when he starts to get ready to come to the dinner table, like when he's putting the phone away, he say thank you so much for making the right decision and stuff like that. So that's another thing I could probably do differently.
Okay. So going forward, the cell phone still seems to be the problem. Is there another specific goal that you would like to work on, or?
Just using more praise and staying positive and not being on top of him so much, giving him a little bit of room and some time to really like cooperate. That way, he doesn't feel that pressure all the time.
Okay, so you're going to be working on just giving him enough time to react and
Exactly.
make a decision. Okay, sounds good. And again, what I did well was trying my best to follow the steps. What I would like, again, to do differently is going forward with working with our parents. It's just being a little more familiarized and a little more natural about it. I don't know if the awkwardness shows, but it just feels so awkward.
I think you did well though.